It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Not a lot of undefeated clubs left after 3 weeks, and we're going to have one fewer in a little bit. We're off in a battle of 3-0 teams. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay,
so their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. 18, find it, press all 80. Trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing on their first play. It's his targets, that's Torrey Horton. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Milrow with it on first. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here we go. Shot.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Connects on the crosser. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down throw here from Milrow. Oh, try forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Picked up. Brandon Jones. 40. And the Broncos have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. They pick the handoff. Now Nix. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Cortland Sutton the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions. Go.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Pistol now for Milrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 13-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
Walker on 1st down. They're able to bring him to the ground. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
18, here we go. Shot. Liking this.
Running with Walker again. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Ready up.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, right?
To throw. Here's Milrow. And he makes the instinct there.
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Putting a receiver in motion. Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 1st down here. Here's Nix to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Nix. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Moe finds his back. Harvey. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here we go on 4th. Nix. He finds it beyond the marker. Nice move. He's got some running room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, You know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Going after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 7.
Set to kick this away. Has this at the 6.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Drive begins with a Walker run. And he made his 6 yards to begin this one. We got 2nd and 4.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Very short, it's Milroe. That one is caught. Horton has it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 22. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, Milroe. On the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready?
It's Walker on the option. Now to give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Hey, think about this for a second, Kate. This league's been around for over 100 years, and we've only seen a field goal of this length a little over 20 times. That is a short list. The number of guys in the league who could be trusted to hit from 60, and an even shorter list, the ones who get the chance to try it.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
There's no question, Kate. The big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Nix quick out wide, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap to Nix. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
The incomplete pass. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Hold on a second. Ready.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. Offside now caught by Sutton. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 32.
Hold on a second. Ready. Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go.
Once more, it's Nix. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And they're going to score. It's a pick six for Seattle. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10.
Captain. Hold on a second. Go.
Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Nasty hit, ball is out. And that should be Seahawks football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now go play action here. It's Milrow. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
This is Walker on 2nd. This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go now. Steady up.
Staying with Walker. He hits a wall, stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 21-yard.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Dude, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Knicks off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Lobs this deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And a great play was brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Knicks with it on 1st. He's got another one. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
10 more yards.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
A 41-yard attempt.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Now just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. First down.
Harvey once more. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got it along the sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Get 22 out of that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. They'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Dobbins. Touchdown! The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. Their own 18-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Ready?
From the pistol, give here to Walker. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pistol now for Milrow. That's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
1st down throw here from Milrow. Gets everything he has on. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They give up the gut to Walker. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. And the Broncos corral it. So they do take over after the fumble, Brock, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the off-season. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
On first down, it's Nix. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milrow. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Milrow from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco East, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
They'll run here following the penalty. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, Milrow. Buys time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck.
Big gain downfield. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Ready, break.
1st and 10.
Walker off his own read. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And it's close, but he's not going to score out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Ready.
Quick throw is caught. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. So now from further back, another try. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Milrow now to throw. Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ready, set.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Running for it, it's Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Cuts it to the right sideline. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Taking it 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
It's Nix out of the pistol. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down to score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. He'll go quickly to the right. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short. And yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. So they can't. It's the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
Get it. Let's go.
Here's Walker running right. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
68.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Connects on the crosser. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making a 9-point advantage. Now in the close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Gets it downfield, off target to Sutton. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Here we go, we go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Broncos 1st down.
Bombers.
At the 8-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 4-point game here in the 4th.
Touchdown.
Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks holding on to a field goal lead. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Balled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Deputy! Cougar 19! 19-18!
They're going to pass it here. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Running it after the penalty. He's able to manage a couple on that run. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It's on 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
19 sight! Here we go! Strike! Ready!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one's incomplete over the middle. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Second Pirates! Let go!
Back to throw it. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with the touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. The big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks are
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10.
Let's go.
Now Walker drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second down, Walker's going to get it again. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Check smash. Check smash.
Miro throwing on third down. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Here's a look for Knicks. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win.